Hey guys, Kenny here. I'm here to review the 2010 second adaptation, and I guess you could call remake. I wouldn't really say this is a remake, but the 2010 Western movie, True Grit. Oh, this movie. I don't know where I can start with it. Obviously, the plot basically has to do with this little girl who's trying to avenge her father's death by hiring this U.S. Marshal, and he's very question and it's questionable about his tactics, and he tends to be pretty mm, strange in the head sometimes, and she also ends up uh, hiring this. Well, not, I don't know about hiring, but having this Texas Ranger come on and ride with them and try and help them out. And the character dynamics between the three of them is phenomenal. And as the story goes on, it becomes an even bigger story about, uh, say, mm, morality, what's right, what you believe in, and that violence doesn't solve everything. So that's basically the whole plot in a nutshell. I don't want to give anything else more away. So, and the performances, they were top notch from everyone all around in the cast. Even the smaller roles were elevated by this great material. Like there's Barry Pepper, and even Josh Brolin, who is supposed to be the main villain in the story. He has a pretty small role in this, but even he is still phenomenal. And then there's this bank dealer in the town that the little girl lives in, I think, that is really good and sometimes really funny. My head is starting to hurt again. But the cinematography is one of the key elements in this story. It's so breathtaking and beautiful, and the landscapes are also breathtaking and beautiful. Um, mm, it's just everything in True Grit really, really is entertaining. It's poignant when it needs to be, funny when it needs to be. It's not funny throughout the whole thing. There are funny moments, but it's not completely throughout. And I appreciated the mix between comedy and drama in this. And Matt Damon was also a very good surprise. I saw this on New Year's Eve as well. Um, Matt Damon, I've enjoyed watching him in practically everything he's been in. So he really hasn't let me down yet. And this shows even more of the talent that he has and how much range that he has. A lot of people probably don't really like him, but me personally, I've enjoyed watching him for years, ever since oh, the talented Mr. Ripley. And I wouldn't be surprised if the little girl, Haley Steinfeld, ended up getting some kind of an Oscar nomination. Supporting actress or actress, I'm not sure. She's the main girl, so it would be Best Actress. And if she got nominated for that, it wouldn't surprise me one bit. I thought she was phenomenal, and at such a young age. Jeff Bridges was also incredible in his role. I don't think the Coen brothers picked him for playing Rooster Cogburn just because they worked with him before. I think they picked him really because they know that he could be gruff and tender at the same time and play drunk very well, because he's done that many times before, like with what's it called, The Big Lebowski. So True Grit, this I loved everything in this movie. I can't think of a single flaw in this entire movie at all. This was top, without a doubt, one of the most top-notch movies of last year, bar none. And it doesn't surprise me from the Coen brothers. This was after Burn After Reading, which a lot of people weren't really liking, and they were really bringing that movie down. But me personally, I enjoy Burn After Reading very much. And then No Country for Old Men, that one, people loved that movie to death, but it's the ending that most people hate. I can understand that, but me, I understand the ending of what they were going for. But True Grit, this, I can't think of anything bad about it, as I've said, so I highly recommend this to anyone who's a fan of movies, not just Western, but movies in general. I think if you miss this one in the theater, I think you might be missing out on one of the greats. Maybe not of all time, but certainly of last year. Because boy, do we know last year was a stinker year. And I've heard about a lot of the movies that are being released this year. This year also looks like it'll be a stinker year. But True Grit is one of the true gems from 2010. So I highly recommend this to anyone who enjoys movies in general. And there's actually quite a bit of action in this, but it's used very well. It's not overdone. I thought it was very well used within the story, and that's what made it even more exciting and poignant to me. So I'm a big fan of westerns. I have been for a long time, and that's one reason why I enjoyed this so much. Because I live here in Texas. We really don't live anywhere near that kind of area that's a big landscape like that, but I've been through those kind of areas and I've lived in those actually. So I felt like the way it looked, it hit home for me. So I think anyone and everyone should see True Grit. I think it deserves all of the praise and box office grosses and nominations that it will get. So stay cool and relax to the movies. Bye.